Hello and welcome to this episode of the How to Pronounce series. Today we're going to focus on the R sound. How to make the R sound. We need to bring the lips a little close together, not completely closed like in the W, there is still a gap there. And we simultaneously vibrate the throat, and as we do this we curl back the tip of the tongue. So the sound we're aiming for is R, R, R. And as I'm making that sound, the tip of my tongue curls up and backwards. It's not touching the top of the mouth, but it's almost making this gesture, this movement, as if I'm going to run the tongue along the tip of the tongue, along the top of the mouth, but I'm not doing that. It's not quite that high up. So it's this curling movement. R, R, R. So thinking about the positions of this sound in English words, when we find the R at the beginning of a word, we're pronouncing it, as in the word ready. We also find this sound in the middle of words such as very. But there is some caution to be taken when we see an R written at the end of certain words in English, like the word water. When we pronounce this word individually on its own, so not in a sentence, water, actually as a British English speaker, I'm not pronouncing the R. An American might pronounce this sound much more clearly than a Brit, and actually there are some British accents where this R will be pronounced, such as many people who are from Scotland will pronounce that R much more strongly than I would. So that's something to be aware of. However, if this word is in a sentence and it's followed by a word that begins with a vowel, such as the word is, then that little blue R that you see on the right side is pronounced. And the reason that the letter is smaller when we're looking at phonemic script is that it's there as a reminder to us that the R will become pronounced in connected speech. So with a sentence like, the water is cool, you can hear that there's a R that I say at the beginning of the word is. The water is cool. And that's what that tiny R represents. This is a little complicated as a subject in English, but if you keep an eye on the description below, at some point a video link will pop up and I will dedicate an entire video to that very topic because it's worth paying attention to. So the R sound before a vowel, it occurs in many different combinations. This is just a small selection. We have rant, ripe, rent, rim, rotten. The R sound also combines with a number of other consonants in consonant clusters. So we have the examples here: tr in train, dr in drink, cr in cross, fr in front, and shr in shrink. So that was just a short introductory video to the R sound. As always, there will be links popping up in the description below which will take you to other useful videos for studying this sound. As I mentioned, it's a little complicated when we find the R written at the end of words as to whether or not we want to be pronouncing it, and that's definitely a subject that I will cover in an upcoming video. So that's all for now. Have a wonderful day.